Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, hi, my name is April, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you a speed review on all the eyeshadow palettes that I have been trying out so far in the year of 2023. Now I am not going to be ranking these palettes just because I'm going to leave that for the end of the year, and yeah, I just really didn't feel like ranking these palettes. I don't have that many palettes to talk about today. I haven't really been wearing a lot of eyeshadow, so that is why I don't have that many eyeshadow palettes to talk about, and I usually like to really test out my makeup before I give out like my opinion and my thoughts and all that good stuff. So yeah, I don't have that many palettes, but I hope you guys still enjoy this video. Don't forget, if you like this video, to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget, if you're not already subscribed, I would love if you would subscribe to my channel. Now let's get into this speed review of eyeshadow palettes. Okay, let's get started. Like I mentioned in my intro, I'm not going to be ranking these palettes, so I'm just going to talk about the palettes, how like I have them here stacked on my table. So let's start off with this one. This one is from COLLABS, and this is the Beauty Bento in Chocolate Dahlia 08. It just looks like this. Now, I will say, I do like the formula of these. These is easy to blend. The shimmers are easy to work with. The only thing I do not like is I wish it had one more shade. It has a shimmer shade on the top, and then it has a medium color here, and then a darker shade here. I wish there was like an in-between of this one and this one, just to give it a little bit more variety. It does have a mirror in here, but the mirror is pointless to have. But this is great to travel with. It's easy for like a one and done type of situation. If you want to just put one of the mattes in the crease and then the shimmer on top and be out the door. You're not going to get like multiple looks with this, obviously, but it is a great one and done type of situation. And I have really been enjoying it in the summertime when I don't want to wear a lot of makeup. I just want to hurry up and get out the door. So yeah, I really do like that for that. But if I was ranking this, this would be towards the bottom just for that reason of not having enough shades for me personally. But yeah, great quality, really nice eyeshadow, and I think it's pretty affordable. Maybe not. It is like $24. So for 3 shades, I don't know. You got to kind of weigh your options of what you want to spend, what is worth spending on a little thing like this. The next ones I want to talk about are from CoverGirl. These are the Clean Color eyeshadow palettes. I have 2 shades. I have 212 Shimmering Beige and then 222 Dreamy Pink. I am wearing the Shimmering Beige on my eyelids today, and then this is what it looks like. I like these. For the drugstore, these are really good quality eyeshadows. I'm surprised because usually I don't like drugstore eyeshadows, and I'm not talking drugstore eyeshadows like ColourPop or Juvia's Place. I'm talking about like CoverGirl, L'Oreal, Maybelline. Like, I really don't like their eyeshadows, but these are really good for the price. I will say I do like using a finger with the shimmers and then getting a brush and spraying the shimmer and then putting it on, just to give it a little bit more pop. But yeah, the mattes were easy to work with. They're blendable. These do not crease on my eyelids. I have not found them to crease, so I really do like that a lot. But yeah, really have been enjoying these, and I'm really surprised that I have liked these as much as I have been liking them. This next one is from Pat McGrath Labs, and this is the mini eyeshadow palette in Sublime Smoke. It just looks like this. Now, I will say they did come out with another one last year similar to this, but it was in a purple packaging. That one I didn't like as much. This one, however, I do enjoy more. This does have a mirror on it. This is travel friendly. The mattes are easy to work with. The shimmers are really nice. Yeah, I really don't have nothing bad to say, except for this is a little bit pricey for what it is, and I said that about the other one. And I just wish the pans were just a little bit more bigger, because it's kind of hard to get my brush inside this little quad or eyeshadow palette, whatever you want to call it. But overall, not bad quality. I really do like this one a lot more than the purple one. But it just depends if you want to spend $27 on this little one. Or you could also get the Natasha Denona $27 ones that are 5 pans. Let me see. Yeah, so this one has one more pan than the Natasha, but these are smaller pans than Natasha, so just keep that in mind. The next one is from Viseart, and this is the Petites Fours Violetta palette. It just looks like this. I don't know what to call these. Yeah, this is not a palette, this is a quad. It just looks like this. Now this one I also really do like. I think, have I used a Viseart palette before? I do have some in my collection, but I don't think I've used them yet. But this one I like. I feel like if you haven't tried Viseart eyeshadows yet, this is something probably you would want to look into trying, just to test out the formula. I forgot how much this was. I'm not sure if it was $25 maybe, which isn't a bad price for Viseart, because Viseart is pretty expensive. But yeah, this one I really did like. I love the color story. It does come with a duochrome, and then it has a matte, and then it has a shimmer, and then it has, I'm sorry, this is the matte, and then this is like a matte with a little bit of like, I don't want to say glitter, but you know, like the little specks of shimmer in them, I guess you would say. So yeah, I really do like this one a lot. I think I would rate this one more than the Kaja, just because of the color story, and you are obviously getting one more shade than the Kaja. But yeah, really nice, and I really do like the formula. Yeah, overall a really good quad. This next one is from NARS, and this is the Orgasm Rising palette. Just looks like this. Now this is a really good palette. I do like the way the looks came out when I put this on. The only con to this, I would say, well, two major cons, is that this is limited edition. I don't know if you could get this anymore. And a lot of these shades in this palette you could find in other NARS palettes, which I do not like. I feel like they need to be more innovative and come up with different colors and names for their eyeshadow palettes, and not always have their eyeshadows limited edition. That is something that I do not like. But overall, this is good quality eyeshadow. I do like the way the looks came out when I have used this palette. But yeah, I think if I were to rank this palette, it would be somewhere in the middle. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I just feel like it's too repetitive for what it is, and this is really expensive. I'm not sure. I want to say it's like in the $50 range, which that is pretty pricey for what this is, especially when you're getting duplicates. But yeah, I did like this. I just, you know, have a few cons towards this one. This next palette is an older palette, but I just started using it this year, and I am talking about the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette. This is what it looks like. Now I will say these are a little bit hard to work with, but I can make it work. I feel like if you don't have a lot of eyeshadows in your collection, this is a great starter palette, just because you have all the colored mattes that you would need, especially neutrals, and then you could just use whatever glitter topper you have in your collection and use that on top of this. Yeah, I like it, but I don't love it, and it is a little bit pricey for what it is. So yeah, I don't know. I want to love this, so I'm gonna have to give it some more love, but I will let you know at the end of the year like what I finally think of it. But so far it's not bad, it's just not my favorite. This palette is the newest palette in my collection, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is the Cosmos palette. Now I kind of gotta backtrack for what I said when I first tested this out. I did say this wasn't the best of the best, and I still kind of stand by that, but I have been liking this palette a little bit more. I have been using this a lot more lately. The only one I haven't used is this shade right here. I kind of want to use it, but I'm gonna have to figure out when I could use it because I have so many eyeshadow palettes. But yeah, this isn't a bad palette whatsoever. I did get this on a really good discount. I got this for $21. This is like a $57 palette if I'm not mistaken, or $55. It's a really good palette. I have really been enjoying it. Now this is pretty neutral, so if you're not a neutral type of person, you're probably not gonna like this, but for me, I like it. I like how you have the mattes that are neutral, and then you have the pops of color within the shimmers, the duochromes, the multichromes, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, I like the blue one, I like the green one, I like this one. These ones I haven't really dabbled into too much, but I do like it. And yeah, overall it is a really good palette. I will say though, if you could get this on a discount, I highly recommend getting it on a discount. Do not pay full price for it. I have this palette from Uma Beauty, and this is the Black Magic Royal Heritage palette. Just looks like this. I will say this is a really pretty palette. It is pretty, what is the word? Like one dimension, not one dimension, but like, what is that word? I forget the word I'm trying to look for, but it is pretty. I just feel like I wish it had more variety to it. These shimmers at the bottom are so freaking pretty though. I really do like that. This dark shade I really do like. I just wish maybe these were a little bit more different. This end one and then this one, they had a little bit more of a differency to it, but differency, is that even a word? You get what I mean. But yeah, I do like this. I have seen these floating like at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, so I would highly recommend checking out there before you like get this at Ulta. You still can find these at Ulta, but yeah, I just think that you would like this more if you would get it at Marshalls or TJ Maxx. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, really good palette, good quality. This next palette is an older palette, but I just was able to play with it this year. This is the Pat McGrath Labs Bridgerton palette. This is the Mothership Belle of the Ball palette. Now, I did get this at Marshall, TJ Maxx. I got it for $24.99, and I like this, you guys. Every time I wear this, I always get compliments on my eye looks. It just looks so elegant and expensive on the eyes. Like, I love this. I know a lot of people either love it or hate it, but I am one that just really loved it, and I'm so glad and so happy that I was able to find it at TJ Maxx for discount, so that way I don't have to pay full price, because I almost was going to pay full price for this. You cannot get this anymore on Pat McGrath's website, but if you can find this at Marshalls and TJ Maxx, I highly recommend picking this up. It is a really good palette. I really did enjoy it, and the packaging is just so pretty. Next palette is from ColourPop, and this is the Winx Lux Winx Club Just Like Magic palette. It looks like this. I don't know why that was such a tongue twister for me. So this is what the palette looks like, and you guys, I did not like this palette. I tried to use this palette so many different ways and try to make it work for me. I like the packaging, don't get me wrong. I don't know what this is. I don't know if I'm too old to know what this is or what, but yeah, I just did not like this palette. I think this is more of a me thing. I could not get these colors to work for me. The mattes were just so chalky on my eyes. I try to use a regular primer base on my eyes, one that I really love, and then I try to use a white base, and that still didn't work out for me. I just felt like the colors were not popping on my eyelids. And then these glitter toppers, not glitter toppers, but like the Super Shocks, I think these are, some of them are, they just crease on my eyes so bad. Yeah, I'm not a color girl, you guys, and I just need to stop buying palettes like this because they're not gonna work out for me. But it is a really good, like, packaging wise, and I just really wish I knew who this was and what it was, because I feel like I would like it more. But yeah, I could see myself getting rid of this at the end of the year, but we will see. Maybe I'll try to make it work one more time, but for now it just was not my favorite. This next palette I'm kind of pissed about. So this palette, this one is from Lorac, and this is the Pro Palette Artist Edition, the Meraki palette. I believe that's how you say it. It looks like this. Now, I don't know what's going on with Lorac. Are they even a brand anymore? I know this is not a new palette, but I did just start using it this year. I had seen it on Ulta's website on like their 21 days of beauty sale, and I always missed out on getting it, so I finally had got it on Beauty Bay for a little bit of a discount. I didn't get this 50% off, which I wish I did, but I did get it on Beauty Bay, and then shortly after I got it on Beauty Bay, you were able to find it at Marshalls and TJ Maxx. So for even a better price, and I was so pissed about it. This just isn't my favorite. I don't understand the hype with it. The mattes, they're okay. The shimmer, just there's other shimmers that I like more than this. yeah, I just don't understand the hype with this one. And the pan sizes are pretty small for what it is. I definitely think if you've been wanting to try this palette, I mean, I don't know if people are still interested in this palette. I would just say just look at Marshalls and TJ Maxx for this. Don't pay full price for it. I would say try to get at least 50% off, if not a better price on it. But yeah, this just was not my favorite, and this was kind of a disappointment for me. The next palette is from Juvia's Place, and this is the Garden of Juvia's. It looks like this. Now, again, I think this is a me thing. It's colorful. I just don't do color as much. I do purples. I like purples. I will give it that. And it does have some colors that are neutral that you can mix with the colorful colors. I feel like maybe I just need to give this a little bit more love. I know for sure I like this one more than the one from ColourPop, this one. I do like this one more. The quality is better on this one, so I can see myself playing around with this more than I have been playing with it. But yeah, the packaging is really pretty too, and I'm a sucker for purple, you guys. Purple is my favorite color. But yeah, pretty, just not my cup of tea, but I will give it some more love. We have another Juvia's Place palette, and this is the Coffee Shop palette. Just looks like this. Now, this one I thought I was gonna love more because I heard so many people raving about this, but I will say I wish it had more cool tone colors in it. Maybe I just felt like the look that I was getting was just, it was too much. I felt like I was mixing the cool with the warm, and it just looked funky. Again, I feel like I need to give this some more love and pay a little bit closer attention to what shadows I'm using. But yeah, it's just something off with this palette that I'm not vibing with, but I still got more time to use it and give it some more love and a chance to see if I like this better. So we will see it at the end of the year if I like this a little bit more than I do now, and if it ranks a little bit higher in my ranking. But yeah, so far I wasn't impressed. I wasn't in love with it, but that might change later on. Next palette I have from It's Belle Cosmetics, and this is the Cool Summer palette. Just looks like this. Now, I will say I need to give this palette a little bit more love. I like the color story. Now, even though this does look colorful, I can work with some of these colors. I'm the type of person where I can't really put like a green and a blue together. Like, it just looks funky for me. I don't know if it's like my technique and my blending abilities I'm not good at, but color story, it's nice. Quality, it is really good as well. I will say though, the only thing is, I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell, mine's is like already, like you see, like it's getting oily up here and right here, so I'm a little bit nervous about that. It does come with the mirror, but yeah, I just need to give this one some more love. This would probably be somewhere in the middle if I were ranking it right now, but I definitely want to try more from the brand It's Belle Cosmetics. Hoping she comes out with some more eyeshadow palettes in the future. But yeah, this is one that I like, and I just need to give this one some more love and attention. This next palette is a pretty big palette. This one is from Morphe, and this is the 35U Gilded Desert palette. Just looks like this. Now, my husband did buy this for me, so that is why it's in my collection. I really don't support Morphe, but that's not his fault. He don't understand, or he don't know what's going on in the beauty community. But I really do like this. This was good quality. This was a perfect color for the summertime for me. It's a little bit big. I need to stop having so many big palettes in my collection. I do have a few, but not too many, but this is pretty big for me. But yeah, overall, not a bad palette. Was surprised that I liked it as much as I did, just because the quality on some of the other Morphe palettes haven't been my favorite, but this one was not bad whatsoever. It's just one of those things where it's just, I don't know how to feel about Morphe right now, to be honest. It's like up in the air for me, but this palette wasn't a bad palette. And then the last palette I have to talk about today is from Blend Bunny Cosmetics, and this is the Lure palette. It looks like this. Now, this doesn't have a mirror, which kind of wish it did, but that's okay. It looks like this. Now, you guys, this is my first time trying Blend Bunny Cosmetics, and I love this palette. I cannot wait to try out more from the brand. I want to pick up like 1 or 2 more palettes that she has. But you guys, I love this palette. Now these are the type of colors that I like when it comes to colorful colors. I'm more of a like what is it called, like a, it's like it says a mermaid within, I guess that's how, like jewel tone colors. That is more my speed, but I love this palette. The shimmers are so easy to work with. They look nice. They don't crease. The mattes are so freaking easy to work with. They're blendable. They're pigmented. I just really enjoyed this palette, and I can see this palette being really high up in my ranking at the end of the year. But yeah, so far so good. I cannot wait to use this palette some more and buy some more from this brand. I really feel like I've been holding out, like as far as trying to buy more from this product, from this brand. Like I really need to like try more. That is my goal this year, is to try more Blend Buddy Cosmetics. But this is really good palette. I really do like it. Alright you guys, that is all the eyeshadow palettes that I have tried so far this year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I plan on using more eyeshadow palettes. I forgot how many I said I had right here in front. I'll put a number if I didn't mention it. But yeah, I haven't been using a lot of eyeshadow palettes. That is definitely going to change the end of this year. I will have plenty more. I'm looking at the stack of eyeshadow palettes I have. And the palettes that I still need to try are still palettes from last year as well, just not this year. So I really need to get my butt in gear and try more eyeshadow palettes. But yeah, stay tuned for my final ranking at the end of the year. I'm so excited for that. But yeah guys, this is the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and until the next time, I will catch you guys later. Bye!